a lot of people worry about the way we design hospitals, that they can be very sterile and plastic environments. If I came to you, let's say I was a director of a health body, and I came to you and I said, look, oh, this looks nice, I've been to Phuket on holiday and this is fab and so on. Could you come and design my hospital with this? But do you think that would be appropriate? Do you think this would work in, say, an environment? I mean, like for healing and care and that sort of thing. How would you see it?
I think it could very possibly work in almost any situation, depending. I wouldn't recommend maybe a recycled, operating theatre, but I think canteens and within the grounds, sculpture within the grounds, I think buildings, it's all valid. But we have two projects on at the moment. One of them is a boutique resort, about 90 rooms. The other one is a small boutique resort called Nikki's Handlebar, which is designed around the Harley Davidson motorbike. Now, imagine that's going to be so interesting. We're going to be using motorbike parts, auto parts, Harley Davidson motorcycles. It's like a religion. It's world known worldwide. And I've got the job now of designing 30 rooms themed purely on motorbikes and tattoos and body art and everything that goes with it. And then plus the lobby with maybe up to a 90-metre ceiling in the lobby. It's going to be wonderful. So, and that's all recycling got me that job. And Indigo Pool.
Do you think something like designing a school, do you think this would be appropriate, as well as we talked about a hospital, do you think this would be appropriate if it would be I'm trying to sort of discover where you think there may be applications for what?
I think it's, you from a building point of view, a structure point of view, obviously the structure has to be engineered. And the engineering system we have now is really not geared for using many different recycled materials. So I don't think it has a place in the basic structural side. I think it has a place in the embellishment side, in the way you treat the spaces. Now you can make a cement box that you want people to sit in, and call it a classroom. You can take that same cement box and have wall applications and furniture made in a different way that inspiring. You can have the children could paint the walls themselves. Do they get a sense of ownership? I don't know. So there's many different ways of utilising, but not replacing the basic structure of how you make that box in the first place.
How do you come about getting your ideas? I mean, is it when you wake up in the morning or go for a walk, or how does that come about in your head?
Probably. Most likely, there's too many ideas in this. It's how do you sift through and find the one that's, the one that's going to work. They just, sitting in front of the telephone waiting for it to ring happened to me a lot. That's way in the past. Most things that are happening now, there's too many options really. I've got to pick an option and then carry that one through.
And what helps you, what makes you then choose between those options?
How interesting it is, who's involved in it, who am I working with. It's like the Nikki Handlebar job we're doing. I like the guy, the Nikki, I think is fantastic. I like the motorbikes. The fact that he promised me a motorbike if I do a good job. It's got nothing to do with it. But I like him. I think he's going to be a great client. I like the area. The theme. It's all. It all makes one big. one big package that's interesting. And
why are you doing this here in, apart from many particularly personal reasons, but why Thailand? I mean, you're Australian, am I right?
Yeah.
Why Thailand?
I guess I was.
And is that relevant?
Well, it's probably. I think when I came here, I found it very friendly and easy place to work in. I found the staff are very creative and they understand craft. You know, they understand how to finish elements with craft. And maybe Australia, you know, in Australia we've lost that a few decades ago. So it was more difficult to find find staff. We came here on a project, so we basically came here because of work, to do a project. The reason I stay is because to me this is like paradise. I'm living. I've got a factory in Phuket. Where else? Where would I go?
Let's say I came here and I'm really impressed. I want to do something a little like this or whatever. What would you suggest to them?
Well, the first bit of the question is, what I did notice when I came to Thailand was that what I was doing in Australia, and I was late 30s, and what I was doing in Australia I'd already done. It was already easy to do. It was, there was a little bit of boredom there. I moved to Thailand, and just getting a mobile phone or opening a bank account was a real effort. It was a struggle. You're in a country with a completely different language, so everything became exciting again. Everything became difficult to do, and that was quite important to me. It made me want to get up in the morning, and So from the location point of view, that's really the answer. As far as from a creative point of view, you can start anytime. I have a good friend here who'd be, I don't know how old, he'd be mid-40s, very well known, just took up painting. Now he's done more paintings in 6 months than I've probably ever done. So, you can do it anytime.
What do you want people to think and feel when they see your art?
I think I just want them to understand, I guess, that the component that they're seeing there, to be a little bit surprised, a little bit excited about it, to see different directions that they could go. I certainly, the one thing that they should be seeing is the enjoyment that I enjoy doing it. I get up and I enjoy making it, and I guess that should be showing in the product. I don't get up and go to work and feel, why am I here? So I suppose I expect they get a little bit of that in viewing the product, if they like it.
Cool. And it's just gone out of my head now. Why would they do it?
Concentrating on things.
What difficulties do you face in using these materials?
Probably the main one is getting contractors, because in the building industry you have a really strict guidelines. You've got government laws, you've got engineering, you've got architectural elements. Now it's getting and budgets, and budgets. It's getting those players to accept using a material that they've discarded, that they feel is rubbish. That can be hard, but it's becoming easier. It's like the tyre wall. We made tiles out of old car tyres and put them onto a wall. Now that's something that hadn't been done before.